Earthlings, wisdom keepers, wisdom seekers. Welcome back to WizdomDropz, your source for daily drops of wisdom and savvy cat astrology. My name is TONIA Lasagna, back with another video helping you layer together all the celestial sauce and nodal noodles into something digestible. So today we are discussing the Pisces new moon. And yes, I know I'm a day late. Forgive me. And while you're here, make sure you subscribe and hit the like button. This is going to be in full effect, kids, throughout the entire month ahead until the next new moon, okay? So we have a 2-week period where this moon is going to be growing, and you will feel particularly caught up and influenced in this new moon's energies, let's say. Whereas on the culmination of that, when we have the next full moon, that's going to be giving you a picture moment of what is actually going on, like a snapshot in time, because it's illuminated by the reflection of the sun's light. The moon's light is only a reflection of ultimately what comes from the sun, and is a subconscious sort of illumination, therefore, right, because of it. So anyway, all that nerdy stuff ahead, specifically related to the Pisces of it all. And FYI, yes, my website is still coming soon, and be on the lookout. So I want to make sure you know that the pre-recorded astrology school and a variety of a la carte items along with that will also be available there shortly. Super excited. Thanks for all the support from all y'all. So jumping right on into it, you see here the Pisces new moon, okay? And this is perfected on the 2nd of March. We have a lot of precision going on here, everybody. This is what's really getting me, is the precision of it all. If you look at these aspects, these conjunctions specifically, everything is so precise. Look at how it's arranged. You have 14 degrees and 12 degrees. You have 19 degrees and 19 degrees, okay? 27, 27, 27. I mean, this is remarkable that you have so much precision. Just from an astrological perspective, the fact that we have, 3 really key signs illuminated here: Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces, and that all of the planets except for Uranus are in these 3 signs. That's I would call that unique. I would definitely call that unique. I mean, it's not like the rarest thing in the world, but let's be real, as astrologers, you don't often see all the planets in just 3 signs, and on top of it in such tight conjunctions. Okay, this is just I would call this a rare astrological weather event that we should be paying attention to. So anyways, going into some of what the actual meaning is of the Pisces new moon, what does it mean? Well, Pisces is all about what? First things first, from an evolutionary perspective, it's the oldest sign of the zodiac. So it's the 12th out of 12. It's the finale show before the exit. It's kind of like this is the end of the movie, Pisces. And, therefore it also corresponds with this sort of eternal, like, nature and nurture and like energetic expression that is spirit, and therefore it is associated with like this deep inner knowing and wisdom. It's the oldest water sign, so let's be real, like the oldest water sign, it's already water, so it's going to be intuitive, but then you add the oldest on top of it, there is a certain wisdom. Now Pisces on the flip side may not be the best at precision, okay, or going into a really specific direction and really just like seeing it all the way through towards that end. And it depends what else is going on in the chart, because some Pisces have a lot of Aries energy, for example, through their other planets, and they can be like very on top of like whatever kind of almost like a general sort of plan of action that they want to partake in, but generally speaking, Pisces in and of itself is really more about being like the fish. It's like going with the flow of the currents. It's like, where are the waters leading you, dude? That's the Piscean way. You understand? You feel so that's the Pisces sort of like vibe. And you will see a lot of associations in people's charts and lives with clairvoyance and more like just empathic or energetic related intuitive based, sort of gifts or what have you. And I want to draw your attention to this now, everybody, regardless of your sign, right? You'll be having this influence for the next month, and at least the next 2 weeks. So if you're a Pisces ascendant, sun, or moon, this is all the more influential to you. But no, regardless of which house it's in your chart, this energy does manifest in the fullness of the next month. So if you are an astrologer, you would be wise to look and see, where is this new moon happening in my chart by whole sign house system, right? And you could also look at the outer house system. So anyways, I guess that's the main kind of vibe of Pisces. But what you can expect, because it's conjunct Jupiter by 2-degree orb here, is hopefully a lot of auspicious energy, because if you have Jupiter as the ruler of Pisces in ancient astrology, and the true ruler of Pisces, really, if you want to think about it like that, the fact you have Jupiter there and you have the modern ruler, okay, Neptune, not by such tight degree orb, okay, but what I'm pointing out to y'all is we have the classical ruler, Jupiter, conjunct its own moon by less than 3 degrees. That is not typical, okay? That is not common per se. So this is like really nice to see. Generally, theoretically, I know that there's a lot of things going on in the world, particularly even just like the recent war or whatever situation. So that's not cool. And that's why I say because Jupiter is also known for magnifying things, right? That's what every astrologer under the sun will tell you, is that Jupiter is going to amplify things, okay? That's what it does. It's what he does. And if you look at Jupiter as a planet, it makes all the sense in the world, or out of it as it may be, because Jupiter is so big, right? And even though it's this big gassy planet, it has this sort of grandiose, like takes up space energy to it. And in that way, it's akin to the sun almost, right? Because it's very like present. You can't really avoid understanding that it's around. Like, you're gonna know Jupiter's in the room, you understand? So I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It could go either way, really, like the fish, like the duality of the mutable signs, Pisces being one of them, is that there's, like any sign, there's duality, but within the mutable signs in particular, there is a certain wisdom that we as astrologers might understand to the logic of this chart. I talk about this often in my astrology school programs, like sit and meditate on this chart. You'll just learn so much. But I guess what I'm saying with this is that within the mutable elements, or mutable expressions, modalities, I should say, you have a sort of duality that is just really revved up, let's say. So there's like two sides to every coin, but in the case of Pisces in particular, that's like really true. So you might have really moody energy more than usual, where you're feeling one way and then all of a sudden you're really like sensitive and flip another way. It could just vary. It really varies. So I guess just like an emphasis on compassion, an emphasis on just being like open to softer energies, because it's such a watery, like gentle moon. And with Jupiter there and Neptune, it's really like where we'll find our compassion is in that sort of space. And if you're feeling lost in the emotional currents of things, I think it's kind of a build a boat or find a life jacket until you can get to shore. But because Jupiter is there, it implies it's, auspicious. It implies good things. So it implies just, Jupiter magnifies whatever it touches. So if you're doing shitty things, they'll get magnified. But if you're doing good things, great things, wonderful things, those will also get manifested and amplified. So I guess that's really the energy to kind of take in, and the spirit to approach over the next couple of weeks, is like answering the question to yourself, what do you want to see amplified? Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. Hit that like button, baby, because it helps the channel grow, and share with a friend if you think this brought them any value whatsoever, or would. And stay tuned for my website and the pre-recorded astrology school and a la carte menu. Thank you so much for all the support. If you got here to the end, leave me a purple heart, because purple hearts are groovy like that, or an ocean wave, because those are also really cool. With that said, through next time, until next time, may the stars be with you. Peace.